So we all know what a passport bro is, right?
Yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
man who travels to a poor country to meet women and kind of take advantage of a situation. You follow me? Do you understand what happens to some of these men? From being drugged on dates in Colombia by women they met on dating apps to being kidnapped, held for ransom, and then thrown off a cliff. In 2024, 3 Americans were found dead within 4 days, all in Medellin. One guy was found in a hotel room after he was seen entering the room with a woman who left hours later. Another guy just fell off the balcony of his.
Bro, okay, I got one question. What's the point of doing that? What is the point, bro? I'm not finna meet go. You have to download an app, meet a girl from another country, get to know her and shit. Ask her what country she in, how much it costs to get from America to. I'm not doing all that when you could just meet somebody that's in your damn country or somebody in your city, bro. Y'all niggas be, see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all niggas be too thirsty, bro. Y'all be too thirsty.
Airbnb, and he totally wasn't pushed, probably. And another guy was renting a house for a month when the owners just mysteriously found his body inside. And the year before that, in 2023, there were 32 foreigners that met some suspicious end, all within the first 10 months of the year, including 8 Americans in just 2 months. Listen, bro, if you want a girlfriend to speak Spanish, you could do this much safer in like New York, Texas, California, literally anywhere in the United States. There's no need to travel to a country where people get dismembered just because you want to go on a date. Now, I got this idea when I saw these 2 pretty obscure
You
kick
can't
streamers.
tell a thirsty nigga nothing, bro. It's too many thirsty ass niggas in this world, bro. A female would never in their life do no shit like that. The farthest a female would do is drive to another state, bro. A female ain't finna go to another country to meet another nigga. Females not thirsty as men, bro. These mans be thirsty as shit.
And these idiots, first off, thank God they're still alive, but these guys paid 2 girls $68 in total to spend a night with them when they live streamed. They bought some alcohol and watched the girls pretend to drink it while they got drunk, and surprise, surprise, they got drugged and robbed. Who could have seen this coming? I mean, I'm sure they were blindsided by the Colombian prostitutes they paid $68 did something shady. These guys are actually some of the only ones to make it out alive though, because that 32 tourists in 2023 turned to 39 tourists that died in 2024, and half of them were from the US. In 2024, a British news agency called Channel 4.
But it shows to the niggas that get no hoes. The niggas that get no hoes, they be the most thirstiest niggas, bro. Why is you so thirsty over a female, bro? What's the point? It's so many hoes out here again.
Interviewed a woman who wasn't named, but for all intents and purposes, we'll just call her Maria. Now, Maria says that she's been working with a local gang in Medellin since she was a kid, and that she's used a drug called scolopamine, also known as devil's breath, to sedate and rob tourists. And what this powder does is knock someone out very quickly and is normally slipped into someone's drink, which is most likely what happened to those 2 streamers. Now, Maria seems to be kind of messed up in the head as she goes on to say that some of her victims may have even died after she put them to sleep.
Oh,
like she doesn't even know for sure. And it was reported that 80 tourists were killed in the past 3 years, but Maria claims the number is higher. But let's talk about Huey Garzon. Now, he was living as a comedian in Minnesota when he started making frequent trips to Colombia. And from these trips, he would post pictures of himself and a woman with red hair who he referred to as his girl, along with at least 2 other women. Now, the New York Post refers to all these women as his girlfriends, and he even picked up a bit of Spanish, according to his sister. And workers at the Korean restaurant this picture was taken from state that he and this woman had been there before. And this picture was taken about 2 months before his death. Now, in December 2023, he told his friends that he would be heading back to Medellin to meet with the woman he had been talking to online. And I assume either his friends didn't mention that this was
Bro, let me tell you something about this online dating. When you're online dating somebody, bro, you don't know this person for real. This is virtual. Through the phone. You don't know if this person would have kidnapped people, killed people. You don't know what this person's story behind the phone, bro. I feel like if you online dating in 2025, bro, you're thirsty. You thirsty, bro. Instagram is the farthest you should go. If you're going on Tinder, Meet Me, Tab, whatever app you use, bro, you're thirsty, gang. I'm not going on no dating app to meet somebody. That's just not what I'm finna do.
bad idea, or they did, but he was just too far gone to believe them. Now, on December 3rd, everything seemed to be going well as he filmed himself at a Karol G concert. His friends had lost contact with him until he called one of them and said that he had been kidnapped and his captors were asking for $2,000 as ransom. Now, for some reason in Colombia, it was initially reported that the money had not been paid. And after asking for the money, they apparently took him to his apartment in Robledo, a neighborhood in Medellin, where he was beaten and robbed before they took him to a secluded area and threw him off a cliff. Now, his family did, in fact, send the captors over $3,000, which was more than what they were asking for. And this is why you gotta make sure you always check multiple sources. And this transaction is what helped lead authorities to the woman, Shari Gisela Meida, who I believe is the same woman from the pictures, although she lost the red hair, and she was arrested along with 2 men and 1 teenage boy, who were all arrested and charged. And the woman actually ended up confessing and giving authorities details on what happened. And I don't know if y'all ever heard the story of Jay Rello, but he went a little viral around 2022 because he flew from the US to the Dominican Republic on something like a $700 budget, I believe. And when his flight was rescheduled, he was required to pay a $100 rescheduling fee, which he didn't have, so he ended up asking for donations on his live stream.
It's a $100 reschedule fee. Basically, I need a cash app, guys.
My brother, first of all, you can't even travel to most cities in the US for a week-long trip on less than $700. And the currency exchange in another country means nothing if you spending all your money every day. The man say he paid $50 to get into a party. He was taking care of a girl out there he was staying with, and he was also going out to eat 3 times a day. And by the end of it, he didn't even have $100. And he's been back multiple times, I believe, since being stranded. And hey man, this might not be worth it. Now, he didn't necessarily get set up, but he did say on the last day of one of his trips, a girl he was taking care of asked him for 3,000 pesos, also known as $50 US, but he told her he didn't have any money left, so she called security on him. Hey, first off, shout out to my Discord. Go join that if you haven't already. And I know some of y'all will say, no bro, you tripping. I ain't letting no female tie me down. Alright bro, so just take half your check and set it aside every 2 weeks for some random females then. At least when I spend money on my wife, it's all going to the same place. And I ain't gotta wonder what she doing when I'm not around cause we always together. Ain't no way I'm going to Colombia or anywhere else and sharing some female with the whole community. I just don't like that. How many miles be on these women that y'all flying out the country to hang with, bro? And then on top of that, you will still die even if you pay them all your money. At least I know there's a good chance my wife won't kill me unless I keep forgetting to do stuff she asked me to do. She might actually kill me for that, but at least I'll see it coming, right? Everyone's not the same, but I guarantee there's a large portion of women in these foreign countries that prey on American men coming in without any intuition at all. And this is any foreign country. And then when you...
Bro, I'm gonna say this, bro. Y'all be grown ass men. Grown as hell. And not knowing what to do. I'm 16, gang. I know I'm not finna go on no dating out to meet no damn teenager or meet no girl. Even when I get old, I'm not finna meet no girl on no dating out. I'm not finna go to another country to meet her. No, I'm not doing none of that, bro. You know how thirsty of a nigga you have to be to do that shit? You have to be very thirsty, bro. I'm not that thirsty. I'm not even thirsty at all. Like, what the fuck?
Come in spending the average monthly salary of some of these girls' fathers in one night, if she knows some gang members, you better believe you gonna get got. This is called traveling with ill intentions. And like anything you do with ill intentions, it's a good chance it won't end well for you. It's bad enough we got guys going out to the club spending $300 trying to impress people. But when you doing this out the country, it's a good portion of Americans that don't even know how to move around the major cities in their country safely, let alone moving around a foreign country safely. I don't even know how good the justice system is in Colombia because I did a video about Colombia a little while back, and one time somebody just faked some paperwork and sent it to the jail and they believed it and ended up letting a cartel leader's sister out of prison. And I don't know how many times stuff like this happens. As Americans, we might be a little too pampered. Even Canadians too, because some of the people included in all of these fatalities are Canadian as well. If you need an excuse to travel around the world, there's plenty you can think of other than just being thirsty, bro. Won't you go see the pyramids or something? Or go to Greece to, I don't know, look at the ocean? Do anything but this. Because when you die over there, you don't even know if there's a guarantee that your body is going to get flown back to the United States anyway. You could just go missing out there and not be found. All for what, man? I don't get it. Maybe that's because I was blessed to find someone. But hey, you can too, bro. Just don't do this, man. I made this video as a warning, so I don't know, heed the warning. Alright?